Hello everyone, welcome to the tutorial of Hibernate JPA integration with Camel. As we all know, in upcoming JBOSS FUSE releases, Spring DM is deprecated. So I will show you the example how to do it. Suppose we have a Spring DM file like this and we have exposed a OSGI service of a data source or something like that. So we have a project, we have meta NF here, we have persistence XML and a Spring files. Let us see what files contain. So in OSJ file, we have two services exposed and one reference of the service. In another file, we have our database classes, an entity manager factory, a transaction manager, and our beans, which is exposed as a service. So this is all done in Spring. And using Spring DM, we have exposed these services as an OSGI service. So, in the migration project or to use an JPA-Hibernate settings, let me show you how to do it. Suppose we will create a bundle here. We have blueprint XML here. We have created a data source XML. This is a blueprint XML. We have created a CM property placeholder, a data source connection, and we have created a OSGI service with a JNDI name, as you can see here. So now this data source, referring to this data source, is exposed and as an OSGI service using JNDI name. Now there is another bundle which contains a sorry which contains an OSGNF folder containing blueprint folder which contains a blueprint file. Now here you can see we have exposed our services which is required, and also we have declared our beans which were in Spring file. I can show you the comparison. Say if there is a security rep data DAO in Spring XML like this is Spring DM. Okay, so this is security rep DAO which is exposed as an OSJ using Spring DM. Now we have done the same thing in Blueprint XML, but the difference is here we have not created any data source here. We are injecting it, and this is the trick here. So we have created a meta NF folder here and have produced persistence.xml here. If you can see, we have created a persistence unit with Hibernate properties. This is very familiar to you, most of the guys. Now the unfamiliar thing and which I have introduced is the non-JTA data source. So what we are doing here is we are using an OSGI service with the JND name that we have declared in our data source XML, which is this. So the trick is here we have declared a data source using OSGI service as a JNDI name, and we are using this JNDI name in our persistence unit.xml as a non-JTA data source. Now in our blueprint.xml, what we are doing is we are creating our bean and we are injecting JPA unit properties entity manager property, and unit name is the unit name which we have declared in our persistence.xml. That is here, this one. So now this would inject entity manager factory to the security ref data.mpl directly. If you want to inject entity manager, then you can probably do like this, and you have to declare entity manager here. Now this will directly inject entity manager every time. So this is not JavaX persistent entity manager. This is something which is given by Camel itself. It is wrapped and it is thread safe in Camel. This is not JavaX entity manager. So again, coming to the example, by doing this you can integrate JPA-Hibernate using Blueprint successfully. I hope you guys like the example. Thank you.